And that's Margalla Hills, where again where the plane crashed above Faisal Mosque. This is the Saudi PAC building, where that's a hospital now. Actually, it's a hospital. Saudi PAC Tower. It's another side of that. You can see the security blockade. You see the cement with the arrows. Those are that is the Secretariat. That's the Prime Minister's home and offices. That's the Supreme Court building in Pakistan. That is right outside of the French gate to that compound. Let me go back. The gate, one of the entrances to the embassy is just around the back of that. That's a jingle bus that we weren't allowed to ride, but I just love them. I just love the jingle bus. That stop sign in Urdu, it says stop in English. That's the money. That's what their money looks like. And that's Muhammad Ali Jinnah on the money, the founder of Pakistan. Okay, so that's a little bit about that.
Saudi building before it became a hospital?
If I'm not mistaken, I think the United Nations had offices in there. Yeah, so that's the last I heard about it. And they moved onto the compound and into a couple houses in the city. Okay, what else can I show you? The markets, yes, the markets. Okay, these are some of the markets, the main markets in Pakistan. I'll just leave it like that. This is in the sector F7. This is the biggest market in the city. It's called Jinnah Supermarket. Now, one thing I want to explain, when they use the word supermarket, it's not what we think of as a supermarket. Okay, we think of a Kroger or a Marsh. So a supermarket is just an area of a lot of individual stores. The food stores do not sell fruits and vegetables. Okay, it's cereals and laundry stuff. For the fruits and vegetables, you go to a fruit and vegetable vendor. So there are separate places for that. So when they say supermarket, it's not at all what we think of as a supermarket. This is Jinnah Supermarket, and this is the middle of it, and there's a lot of little fast food places here. Okay, so you can grab something to eat there. You can see the little vendors of people cooking and a lot of tables just for the diners to sit. That's my friend Uzma Dal Malik. She was one of my very dear friend in Pakistan. She taught me a lot about Pakistan, about the clothing, and she was just a wealth of knowledge for both me and Jeff during my time there. So we stopped there and had a little snack. Okay, and this is the other side of it. You can see that the stores in the background there, all in the back. This is the middle, and there's stores all around. You see the bananas hanging up, and you can get great fruit smoothies there. The fruit is just unbelievable. It's so good. They pick it when it's ripe. And it's delicious. I got spoiled eating the fruit there. This is my favorite bookstore, Saeed Bookstore. It's huge. It's two stories. The top floor is textbooks, a lot of great books. The bottom store has greeting cards as well as just current books. I mean, it's as good a store as a Borders or Barnes & Noble. All kinds of things are in there. It's kind of neat. And this is also in F7. You can see some of the stores there. They're flowers. They're very big on flowers and greenery. The city of Islamabad is just beautiful, very well maintained. And you can see the stores there. One thing I have to say though, it's very dirty. They're not as meticulous as we Americans are used to seeing in our shopping malls. So there's a lot of dirt laying around, and there's just unexplained holes. You have to be careful when you're walking because there's just holes in the sidewalk and things you can trip over, like a lot of that. So they're not into, lawsuits are not known there, so you get to see some of that here in America. There's me in the market. That was in December, by the way. That was, what was that, first week in December. That was winter. Okay, that's what winter looks like in Islamabad. Now Jeff took this picture. Now here's an example. This is in the market. Now those wires are just out there. Okay. That's just an example of what kinds of things you see as you're walking around. It's Pakistani, okay, so that's how they do things, just hanging around. And there you can see some of the, you can see how dirty it is. You can see the dirt. This is the main shopping area. You see some of the stores there. You can see in the back. All right. Okay, this is me buying a couple tops of one of the ones. And this is what a typical vendor store looks like, where you can buy some ready-made tops. Most of the Pakistanis, in fact, all of them, they have their clothes made. They don't buy ready-made clothes as we do. It's much different there. They buy 2.5 yards of fabric for pants, 2.5 for the top, and then there's a thing called a dupatta. So they buy the fabric, and they all have tailors. I have 2 outfits made, okay, and the tailor, I had the fabric. The tailor, the fee for making an entire outfit, the pants, and the blouse, and then lining the scarf, was about $5 US, the fee for that.
You said you have to learn French to go to Paris. Are you at all conversant in the language here?
I know a little bit of Urdu. Urdu is the national language of Pakistan, and I could say hello, you know, how are you, nice to meet you, I can a little bit about the weather. So I learned, they gave me training because I had some time to kill before my job started. But some of my colleagues, they speak it fluently. It's kind of neat to hear them. And I can understand a little bit when I hear things, but I could understand more than I could speak. So I can ask you, are you married? How many children do you have? I can say some of that and understand some of it, but I can't have a conversation. I said enough that I could talk to the merchants a little bit. Say, how many rupees is that? And that kind of thing. Yeah, but that's a typical store. And there's me and the shop owner. They're all very friendly. And it's kind of interesting because if you want a certain color top, like say, regular Pakistanis don't often buy these. Usually us Westerners buying these kind of tops. If they didn't have a color that you liked or a size, they would just exchange merchandise with their neighboring stores. They'd run back and forth, and money, if they didn't have change, they'd run back and forth. It's kind of neat. They do a lot of collaboration in their stores. And you can bargain with them. So if I buy 3 of those, can I get some rupees off? And so you do that kind of negotiation with them. It's kind of fun. But they're all very nice. They're very, very nice people. Very, very accommodating. They often offer you tea. They're very hospitable. They'll offer you a cup of tea, and you'll sit there. And that's kind of nice. All right, and this is Jeff buying, so you can see, that's a traditional Pakistani outfit he has on. It's called a shalwar kameez, and that's what the men wear. It's a very traditional male outfit. And this is one of the places where you can buy pirated CDs and DVDs, okay? And they're all over the place. There are stores, and they're pirated. Everybody knows it, but everybody buys them because, you're limited in what you can do there. There aren't any movie theaters in Islamabad. The closest one is Rawalpindi, and we were not allowed to go there. Movie theaters are too confined and too many people were in there. It's a great target. So we were not allowed to go to the movie theater. So many people bought movies, and a lot of people got Netflix. We get Netflix coming in, but you took advantage of what's there. Jeff bought a couple CDs of Pakistani music, actually. You want to say something, Jeff?
I may be wrong because I was only there for a little while, but to me the pants were very unique, and the men and the women wore the same pants effectively. Can you describe how, how they are?
Well, not for the women, but for the men, the pants are one size fits all. So they're like this wide. Okay. And you have to buy a separate piece that it fits through and it ties. It's a piece of rope. In the blue area, this is a